Hello and greetings, my beloveds. It's so lovely to have you guys here once again in my little studio sanctuary. I am your host, Sdar Lotus. I am a Reiki master, crystal alchemy sound bowl player, energy coach and facilitator, singer-songwriter, makeup artist, and just all kinds of art in general, extraordinaire. I do a lot of different things. So it's so lovely to have you guys here with me on a Wednesday night. I've been doing every other Wednesday night. I think I might continue doing that throughout this holiday season. Things get a little bit busier for me. I'm a Scorpio, so Scorpio season. We're stepping into that later tonight, like around 11:59. We're going to be stepping into Scorpio season. I'm a Libra moon, so we're in this Libra new moon right now, and I also got some Capricorn in there, so this is my season. So we're going to be kind of busy during this season, especially with all the art that I do. So I think I'm probably going to be doing these every other week, but that's good because I've gotten us to the point where we can check in with these new and full moons, so we can definitely always dive right into the juiciness of what's going on. So again, if you like the content, make sure that you subscribe so you get notified. Also, you can check out my website if you want to book an in-person or virtual session. You can check out what services I have on there. Also, holiday seasons are coming up, so you can check out my Etsy shop, my jewelry, or you can make a custom order. I'm doing a lot of makeup throughout this season. Halloween's going to be a busy one for me, so this season is like that holiday season. I love it. It's always full of energy. So let's talk about what's going on with this Libra new moon that we just stepped into yesterday. So we're arriving at a turning point, a soft pause after so many intense shifts this year. Libra, the sign of scales, invites us to sit with what has been, honor who we're becoming, and gently balance that space between where we've been and where we're going. This lunation is a clarifier. It brings perspective, like air rising above the noise, helping us to breathe a little deeper and see more clearly. It's a time to create intentional peace both in our inner and outer worlds, not through force or perfection, but through witnessing, through being with ourselves exactly as we are. You may notice places in your life that feel stalled, tired, or uninspired. Patterns may feel familiar yet constricting. Rather than judging those spaces, Libra asks us to simply look with gentle awareness, to rise out of the busy thinking mind and observe from a wider view. From here, we can begin to understand what's truly nourishing us and where energy has been tied up in things that no longer serve. If you felt like you haven't done enough over these past 6 months, this new moon offers a soft reminder. You have grown. You've been shifting, healing, and becoming in ways both visible and unseen. Even quiet inner work is meaningful progress. Take a breath and give yourself credit for all the ways you've kept showing up. This is also the first new moon since the Virgo solar eclipse. The closing of eclipse season, a moment to integrate, to reclaim your energy, and to plant fresh seeds for the next chapter. Ask yourself gently, am I my own safe space? Where am I hitting walls that are ready to dissolve? What old beliefs am I ready to set down and let go of? How can I mother and befriend myself more deeply? We're going to dive into that one a little bit more deeper. Libra energy reminds us that balance isn't about perfection. It's about harmony. It's about allowing our inner world to breathe so our outer world can reflect that peace. So tonight, as we settle into the sound, let yourself exhale. Let the air element carry what's heavy, and let your heart hold what's ready to bloom. This is your moment to witness, to breathe, and to gently step into who you are becoming. So I wanted to kind of go back into that last question that I asked you guys. How can I mother and befriend myself more deeply? So Libra season is about relationships. Like that Libra energy is relationships, and that's also why I chose to play the bowls in the key of D tonight, because that is your sacral chakra, which also has to do with your relationships. And so you guys know I like to work with embodiment. You guys know like that's like the breath work and the embodiment is like the basis of the homework that I give you to take home through these or through sessions, or even my friends, if you talk to me, I'm like, okay, are you embodying this? Are you breathing with it? Like, have what you're having. Yes, like allow yourself to have the emotions, but feel it and recognize where it is. So what's the most important relationship? The relationship with yourself, right? And what's super important about that, where it's like, are you a good parent to yourself? Are you loving your inner child? Like, the relationship that you have with your inner child is so important. And I kind of want to like highlight and go in on that a little bit more, because I took some notes here too. Like your healing journey, it's not linear. You're always contracting and expanding. And you need to not resist that contraction, and thinking that things should be different. And a lot of the times, like, our parents sometimes weren't very patient with us. When our inner child, or when we were a kid and we were fussing, and a lot of the times we form our protective personality before the age of 3, most definitely before the age of 14, 13. You guys will hear me talk about that. And what that's doing is like whatever was coming at you at those years that kind of triggered you and you're like, ooh, that didn't feel good, and you didn't work with it. Those are the same energies that are still triggering you, the same things that are the same patterns, just different ways. And you're leveling up every time. And it's okay to be in that discomfort. It's okay to have moments where you're just like, I'm not feeling this. I don't feel good. How are you nurturing your inner child when you have those moments though? So like, how I was saying, like, so some of the things that we're triggered on are things that have happened in our childhood. So it's important with that inner child relationship. And so, like, let me give you an example. Like the other day, I was having some feelings. I was feeling a little overwhelmed, okay? And I know that I had been avoiding this. It's kind of like what we do, right? Like a parent will be like, their kid will be fussing. They'll be like, oh my gosh, just stop. Or they'll ignore them and they'll be like, oh, just ignore them. They're having a moment. But are we nurturing? Are we asking what's wrong? Like, your inner child can't speak up for themselves. So now as an adult, you have to work on being a gentle, loving parent to your inner child, okay? So I know I had been pushing some things aside that didn't feel good, that I didn't want to sit with. I was ignoring them. I was keeping myself busy. I was avoiding things. And one day I had to have what I was having. I was in the feelings. I was overwhelmed with stuff. And I was just like, oh my goodness, okay, like this is a day. And again, when you're having those moments and those days, like, don't judge yourself, but nurture yourself. Don't judge that you need to take time. If you're able to take some time to have what you're having, take the time to have what you're having. It's not a waste of time if you're like, oh my God, I had so much to do today and I didn't get anything done because I had to have a moment. That's part of the process. Like, that's diving in. And so it's like, I had a day, I was feeling overwhelmed, and there was a lot of stuff that I probably should have been doing that day, but I had to take the day, and I was able to take the day, so I allowed myself, and I didn't have judgment on myself, maybe a little bit, but I was like, you know what? You need to do this for yourself. And so I was like, what would make my inner child happy? Okay, like when I was a kid, the thing that I loved doing most was going on a picnic with my dog. And so I was like, I just want to lay on the earth with my dog and just like put my face, like put a blanket down, just put my face down in the ground and just lay there. And I brought some things out in case I wanted to journal and stuff, but I literally just like laid with my face in the ground with my dog laying on me. And I processed and I breathed. I did the breath work. I embodied where I was feeling it. I breathed with it. And it's just like what they're saying. It's like sometimes some of the stuff that like you're progressing on, you may not have felt like you had gotten a lot done in the last 6 months, but then when you look back, you're like, wow, I did this. I learned this lesson. I grew here. I processed this different. I handled this situation different. I actually did work on some projects and plant some seeds in some of these past new moons. So like you can literally look back and be like, oh wow, even though it didn't feel like I did much, I actually did a lot. And sometimes we pressure ourselves and we judge ourselves and we push ourselves, and it's like unnecessary sometimes. Like, take a day for yourself, process your feelings, get in there, get with your inner child and see what makes them happy. So I've been working with that a lot lately. So that day I just laid on the ground with my dog. Then I did some singing because I always love singing. And then I did some hula hooping and some dancing. And I was like, okay, like my inner child feels really happy. And then like last week I was like, I feel like I've just been doing like work for work, like all the time. I want to do something for my inner child that's a creative process that isn't something that necessarily is going to be a business thing. Knowing me, I always can make anything into a business thing, so I could always sell whatever I make, but I was like, no, I want to do this just for me. I want to create something without any expectation of what it's going to be. So I took an old canvas of a painting that I didn't really like that I did a long time ago, and I repainted over it, and my friend came over and we did that together, and it was such an amazing inner child practice because it was like I painted and I didn't know what I was going to paint, and then all of a sudden it just came out and it turned out really awesome. It was like, wow, I did that for myself, even though there was a lot of other things I might have been able to be doing at that time. I was like, you know what, let me do something just for me. So I think it's really important during this time that we're really creating that relationship with our inner child. We're asking our inner child what we need, and we're embodying that as well. So you guys know I always take it to the body. Where are you feeling these triggers that may be coming up? Where are you feeling that you need to speak up for yourself or be there for yourself more or nurture yourself in ways? So look at where it's coming up, take it to the body and feel in there and work with that breath work. So again, that central channel breath, just to refresh, and we always go through this in every past meditation. So if you want to dive deeper into this, you can always revisit some of my old videos on YouTube. But what's really great is like that 2 feet above, you're imagining yourself like you're in an elevator shaft, slowing down that breath and take it to the body. Where are you feeling triggered? Where is something coming up for you? That eclipse season was a strong one. Like, where are there things that are still coming up for you? Take it to the body, embody it, get down in there. Stop with the thinking mind. Get down in the body, feel where it's at. Take that breath from 2 feet above into the belly first, then the upper lobes of the lungs. I sometimes feel it really in here, so I sometimes really expand in here. Sometimes as I go up, I start feeling it in the neck. Bring it up into that area, stretch it open, breathe bigger than the body, let it feel good. Give yourself that inner hug and feel that expansion of that breath. Keep inhaling. At the top of it, hold it for a second and slowly, slowly make your throat a little smaller. You can hear your breath. Exhale 2 feet below, through your sacral, through your roots, slowly, slowly 2 feet below. And then with that central channel breath, we're going to breathe it back up in from 2 feet below. Big belly breath into the upper lobes of the lungs. Feel into that space that you might be feeling a little bit of that energy, a little tension, something, a charge in there. Let's get that back online. Let's get that energy center going. We are electronic beings. We have an electromagnetic field. Like, let's get that moving. Let's work with that breath work there. So a couple other things that I just put, like with that breath work, with letting yourself have what you're having, taking time, nurturing that inner child, asking yourself what you need, creating that connection, and breathing into those spaces, you're integrating that part of yourself. You're bringing it back into the body. And I want you guys to say, I am enough. I'm enough. See how that resonates. See how that feels. Breathe that into that space. I am enough. Say it to yourself. And come into that space and come home to yourself. Be that gentle, loving, guiding parent for yourself. It's so important during these times, cultivating that relationship with yourself. All right, guys. So that was a fun talk. So I want to introduce the bowls to you tonight because we have a lovely set once again. We'll make the voice sound a little bit more fun for this. I'm bringing in some cicadas that I recorded while I was in North Dakota, some like crickets and cicadas. It's really pretty. I felt like since Libra's like that air element, I wanted to bring in that, and I felt like the cicadas just kind of chirping in the air just like really gives that vibe. So I'm going to be turning that on after I introduce the bowls, but it's just such a beautiful little background, and I figure during Scorpio season I'll bring in a lot more water, so I wanted to just kind of keep this one within that air element, so I think it's going to be really beautiful. So for tonight's sound healing, I chose to work with the key of D major, the frequency of relationships, trust, emotional flow, and creative expression. Libra energy is all about balance and connection, and D major helps us tap into our sacral chakra, the seat of our emotional body, and our ability to give and receive love. It supports us in releasing old relational patterns, softening into trust, and opening into new possibilities of harmony. To support this frequency, we're weaving together D, F sharp, and A, creating a resonant triad that opens the emotional body, heart, and intuitive perception. So first we have this beautiful low D in lepidolite. This brings gentle, stabilizing energy to the emotional transitions. It's calming, soothing, and helps release old emotional loops. Grounding into this frequency helps create a safe internal container for transformation. And we have this beautiful Tesseract Salt Aqua Aura Gold. This combination carries a crystalline clarity and ethereal brightness. Aqua Aura Gold helps helps uplift emotional frequency and connect to higher states of trust, while Tesseract Salt adds deep cellular cleansing and spaciousness. Next we have Apotholite Green Goddess. This is a high D, and that aligns with the Soul Purpose Chakra, giving us a bird's eye view. Apotholite brings crystalline light, divine connection, and the reminder that our relationships mirror our higher path. This bowl helps us to rise out of the noise and see the bigger picture with clarity and compassion. Then we have our F sharp, which is for the thymus, high heart chakra, unconditional love, immune strength, and connection. So our low F sharp is indigo platinum, which carries a frequency of deep inner knowing, strengthening your subtle field and soothing the emotional heart. It fortifies the energetic immune system, helping create a sense of safety and connection. And then we have palladium for our next F sharp. This supports the higher heart, opening and balanced connection. It's protective yet softening, ideal for creating space to receive and give love with ease. And we have this little high F sharp, rose quartz with platinum. Rose quartz opens the heart to unconditional love, forgiveness, and gentle self-acceptance. Paired with platinum's high harmonic frequency, this bowl radiates warmth and compassion, helping dissolve energetic walls around the heart space. And then we have A for the third eye, intuition, perception, and charisma. This low Mount Shasta serpentine with platinum. This bowl anchors intuitive clarity into the body. Serpentine supports Kundalini awakening and heart-centered perception, while Mount Shasta frequencies bring grounding spiritual wisdom. Then we have this high A rhodochrosite with platinum. This bowl anchors intuitive clarity into the body. This bowl amplifies love, emotional healing, and inner child nurturing. It enhances perception through the lens of compassion, helping us trust our intuition and see with our heart, not just with our mind. Together, these frequencies create a harmonic field that supports deep emotional integration, heart coherence, and intuitive clarity. Aligning beautiful with Libra's initiation to restore harmony and balance in our lives and relationships. So lovely, you guys. Let me put on these cicadas. So relaxing and calming. I want you guys to start off with that central channel breath. Breathing in from 2 feet above, slowing down that breath. Big into the belly, into the upper lobes. Bigger than the body, noticing as you breathe in where you may have some tension, where you may be holding on to anything. Breathing to the top of the breath, and slowly, slowly, when you're ready, exhale down through the solar plexus, the sacral, the root, and 2 feet into the earth below you, to your lower chakras. Slowly exhale out all of your breath. Really feel yourself pushing your belly button to your spine, making sure all the air is out. Before you slowly, slowly start breathing up in from 2 feet below, into the belly, up into the heart space. Feeling that energy flexing open your shoulders as you drop your shoulders down and back. Breathing up into the neck, slowly, slowly, bigger than the body. And when you're ready, slowly, slowly exhale through the heart, the throat, the third eye, the crown, and 2 feet above to your higher self. Continue the central channel breath, breathing in from 2 feet above, and exhaling 2 feet below, and breathing in slowly. those areas. Releasing anything that no longer serves you, anything you don't need to hold on to, any judgments. Cleansing your aura. So I started smiling at the end of the sound bath because when I had said like drop of others' perceptions and like dive into that inner child and what makes that inner child excited, it made me think of the movie Step Brothers. If you guys have seen this one, it's one of my favorites. I always reference Will Ferrell. I'm a big Will Ferrell fan. It made me think of the movie Step Brothers. It made me think of that scene, and that's why I kind of smiled at the end here, because it made me think of the scene where they're at the Catalina wine mixer. You guys know that if you've seen the movie. If you haven't, please see the movie, because otherwise you're going to be like, what is she talking about? But they're at the Catalina wine mixer. This is a big deal if you haven't seen the movie, okay? And this whole movie, Will Ferrell and, can't remember the other guy's name, but he's hilarious, but they're Brennan and Dale in the movie. They've been in their inner child. They've just been stuck in their inner child, though. They've never grown up. And because of everything that's happened, they were forced to like let that go and drop their dreams and had to get a real job and all this stuff. And they're no longer who they were when they were just free and able to be their inner child. They had to grow up and get a job, okay? Now obviously there's a balance. But so the band fails, and you know, one is a singer and one is a drummer, and the dad goes up to them, and the dad this whole time has been telling them to grow up, get out of the house, take care of themselves, okay? And the dad goes up to them, he's like, I see a drum set, I see a microphone, I see a drummer, I see a singer, and they're like, Dad, this isn't us anymore. I've got to do this catering, I've got to figure out how to get this going, and they're so out of their inner child at this point that they're like, that's not us, we can't do that. And the dad is like, you know what, and this is where I start giggling. You know what, I used to want to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex when I was a kid, a T-Rex, and I used to make my arms short like this, and I used to go around going, arr, arr. And my dad one day said, knock it off, stop being a dinosaur, you're never gonna be a dinosaur. And he's like, and I had to grow up, and he's like, and I can't even do it anymore. And it's like, what brought you alive? What brought you excitement? Before someone judged you and told you that it wasn't cool, that it wasn't, that you were a weird kid. Like, what brought you that inner child excitement before someone shut it down? You know? And he's telling the kids, he's like, I can't even be a T-Rex anymore. And they're like, Dad, that doesn't even make sense. Like, why would you want to be a T-Rex? And he's like, get up there and go perform. And so the one goes up there and he performs, and the other one follows, and they do this amazing performance. And they're back into their inner child. And then they go on, I believe they go on to have like a karaoke business that's very successful, and like their parents are so proud of them. And it's like they didn't let go of that inner child. They brought it back. And a lot of the times we lose that. We lose that inner spark. We lose what brings us that joy and that light and that excitement. And a lot of the times, it's like I said, somebody's judging you, or you feel weird, or you're judging yourself. Judgment blocks enjoyment. It's two sides of a coin. If you're judging, you're not enjoying. So that just kind of, I wanted to bring that up towards the end here, because it just kind of like brought that embracing your inner child before anyone told you anything about how to be, like what made you happy, what brought you that excitement, and dialing back into there and really nurturing that. I just kind of thought that was kind of a nice little point to put at the end of this and to lighten things up a little bit. But yeah, it was so lovely once again to be serenading you guys on a Wednesday night. It's always so nice to be here with you guys. We've got some minutes left, so I'll keep playing. We're going to be entering into Scorpio season soon. And I hope that you guys are feeling some of this energy lifting after this eclipse and this new moon. Plant those seeds of excitement. Plant those seeds of what brings you to life, what brings you joy, what makes your inner child happy. Write some of that down. Where can you drop what doesn't serve you and light yourself back up? Where can you connect there? Where can you be a gentle, loving, supportive parent to your inner child? musts are always good for the energetic system. After something like this, you bring out the body. Yourself a nice warm hug as well. Thank yourself for showing up for yourself. Once again, I am your host, Sdar Lotus. You can subscribe and follow me on all platforms. And also, if you would like to book an in-person or virtual session, you can check out my website at starlotus.com.